with doing things like this, the internet. I came to the room, and the internet got weird. So, give me 30 seconds. I just got back to my room. Let me turn off the office. And we're going to do a live sale. Okay. What up, Make Two? Okay. What up, Make Two? What up, Ed? What up, Nope? Welcome to the room. We're going to do a live sale. I don't know how this is going to work. I meant to be back sooner, and then I got distracted by Tom Wolf. Why am I hearing myself? There we go. Sorry. Anyhow, yeah, that was weird. But no, I got waylaid by Tom Waltz and Eric Powell. So it took me an extra couple minutes to get back. So we're going to set up while I'm live on the air a little bit. So I'm going to be sliding around like a maniac, but you guys know I am. So, like, we're good with that, right? I've got some real cool stuff that I picked up at the show. I've got some commission cover art. I've got some remarks from some big names. I've got some signatures, if you're into those. All kind of things. I also have, and you guys probably don't, this is an inside joke, but I also have hashtag Shut Up Pat stickers. If you want, I can probably sell you those. I just have to keep a couple for some people around here who still need them. But I can probably sell you those. Say hi when you get here. I'm going to slide that way so I can get the stuff for my camera. So give me just a half a second. If you have questions about the show, you have questions about the sale, you have questions about literally anything, including that really weird piece of art right there, ask me. Work for the camera. Okay. Oh, there's. Like, where the hell is my tripod? Okay, we're back. Yay. All right, so we're going to get started here in just a second, guys, as soon as I can get this camera hooked up. What we're going to do is each of the books will be priced as marked. I don't have the same number of Post-it notes I normally do. So if there are questions about prices, I'm just going to have to remember them and tell you them sort of as we go. Shoot, I'm tired. This has been a big day. Right now, downstairs is the Kids Artist Alley, which I swung by on my way down earlier. I tell you what, man, the future of comics is in safe hands with these kids. They are great creators. They have a great future, making really cool stuff. So that'll be fun. That's super fun, and I love that they do that here. It really gives, again, the kids something to look forward to, and it really gives us a little snapshot at the future of the business, which is nice. So, camera. All right. Let's get switched over and show some books, shall we? There we go. Just going to prop them up against the wall. All right. There we go. I don't have my microphone set up. I don't have anything ready. I will for the later shows I'm doing today. But since this was a kind of a pop-up show that I was a little bit rushed to, yes, Ed, bit.ly/Kyle J. I'll put that in the comments in a minute. But we're going to start with some pretty fun books. Should I start with a CCA or should we start off with some easier things? You guys tell me. These are going to be $1 each. We have Ralph Snart, number 7. And guys, if you don't know what Ralph Snart is, you're like, I get it. It's not something that everybody knows, but man, are you missing out. And then we'll do, this is Thundercats, number 11. That is Jay Lee cover for $1. Oh, this is great. This is from Dynamite. This is Noir issue 1, featuring Miss Fury, the Black Sparrow, and the Shadow in that issue. And we'll do John Layman, Mike Patera from Image Comics, Leviathan, number 1 for $1. If there's anything there you're into, shout it out. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? Let me know. Okay. I have one. I will do that in a minute. Okay. We'll add to the stack. These are $1 a piece. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age by Andy Diggle. Leandro Fernandez art. That'll be $1. What up, Kenneth? Then I have issue. I have Joe Keating, Nick Barber, Simon Goff, Adriana Marr. Joe Keating, who you may know as the editor of The Future Is. Ringside number 1 from Image Comics. That's $1. Ringside number 3. Ringside number 6. Number 7. And number 8. All of this of Ringside. I'm only missing 2, 4, and 5 of Ringside. Do we want to see more dollar books? Or do you guys want me to throw some big stuff up there? What do the budgets call for today? All right. Ed wants to see more dollar books, and since Ed said something, we're going to do more dollar books. All right. This issue, the Silver Age Shadowhawk and the Night Watchman versus the Angry Red Aliens. Big Bang Comics number 2. This is Denny O'Neil. Azrael, year 1, number 1, annual from 1995. Justice League of America, annual 1995. That is Justice League of America number 9, part of the year 1 story. And we'll do the Robin annual from 1995, also part of the year 1 story. That is Robin number 4. All of those are $1. I appreciate that, Make Two. There it is. I have a bite of beef jerky while I let those sit for a second. My lunch today appears to be beef jerky, which I'm not mad about. Pretty good beef jerky. All right. These next couple of books are newer. I'm trying to remember when this particular book came out exactly, year-wise. But written by Steve Orlando. This is one of those teams that DC has that I forgot they had. And then Steve wrote them and they came back and I'm like, oh, I love these guys. Electric Warriors number 1. Let the Galactic Games Begin. And Electric Warriors number 2. Guys, I see there's more of you than just Make Two and Eddie and Kenneth. Stay high, even if you're not, you're not into buying anything. You're just kind of hanging out like Make Two is. He goes, I'm just hanging out with you. Say hi. I'd love to know you're hanging out. This weekend, you're part of my con family because I'm at convention. So I'd love to shout you out. And just talk to you in the comments and hang out. From Rebirth. Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry, I'm chewing the beef jerky. This is my favorite story arc from this series from Rebirth. It's the first part of the issue. I don't know what I have in the one box, Ed. I'm just going. But this is Rise of the Green Arrow number 21. That's part 1 of the Rise of Star City, which is just a great story arc in that book. Then we have Green Lantern. This is another one. The Green Lantern's work release. It's a one-shot. It's number 34 from the series, written by Tim Seeley, but it was like a one-off story. Before they started, in issue 35, O Bulafunga, Where Art Thou? Which was a fun sort of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou take on the Green Lanterns. Which crossed over into several other books to tell the story. Then we have Green Lanterns 36, By the Devil in Space. I'm at Cherry Capital Comic Con in Traverse City, Michigan, Make Two. You know the problem with having beef jerky for lunch? Makes you thirsty. I gotta get a Gatorade. Okay. Is TJ here? All right. Hey, sometimes it do be like that, Ed. Give me a second. I need to ping TJ James. Because I've got something here that may be up his alley. Okay. I'm back. We'll save those for a couple of seconds. And we'll do some Supermans. This is from Millennium. This is week 6, Superman number 14. This is Drop Dead. This is a little bit older. This is Mr. Mxyzptlk. Stepping into the 5th dimension, John Byrne, Carl Kessel. Superman number 11. More John Byrne and Carl Kessel. Superman number 7. I know they're out of order. My bad, guys. This is okay. This is some DC horror from the pages of Kingdom Come. Written by Mark Waid. Art by Jerry Ordway. This is number 1. Gog. New Year's Evil. Ah, no. Fell. All right. Because I think this pile's getting too big to sustain itself, I'm going to add a couple of new books, and then I'm going to take it down in just a minute. Written by John Byrne, squarebound from DC Comics. This is OMAC number 1 and OMAC number 2. Part of the 4-part OMAC series that they did. One-Man Army Corps. All right. Give you guys just a second on those. All right. Let's do this. Let's do some indie horror. But we're going to do this in an interesting kind of way. This is a new book that was released this weekend. I have 5 copies of it. They will be $5 a piece, which is just cover price. Okay. There are 2 stories in it, written by Brad Geisha, who is here, and Travis Bramble, who is here. Number 1, and something that's interesting that I want you guys to know, you see it there, no AI. People are starting to mark their books that there is no AI in the book, which I love. This has 2 stories in it. 1, witness the 26th president hunt a mysterious monster in the Maryland woods. Teddy Roosevelt in the Office of Cryptology. And the other one is Shiver, when the incorporeal antics of poltergeists mingle with our everyday lives in stupid ghost stories. This is Old Time Radio Comics, number 1. You get 2 stickers. One says Teddy Roosevelt and the Office of Cryptology, and the other says Stupid Ghost Stories. You can't really tell it there. I have 5 of these for sale, but I'm only going to offer up 4 of them individually at $5. Here's the deal. This is a Vampirella number 1 CCA, Vampirella, Scooby-Doo, and Dracula on the cover. Drawn by Travis Bramble and Brad Geisha. If you buy this book for $125, I will give you a copy of this for free. I know it's kind of stiff, but that is original cover art sketch drawn at the show. Oh, no, my pen doesn't work. 1 second, guys. So these are local indie creators, indie horror writers, indie horror creators from the greater Michigan area. They drew this commissioned sketch, and they wrote this book. These 4 are $5 each. If you buy this one, you get a copy of this for free. Plus, this comes with a CCA or a COA saying that it was drawn by these guys, witnessed, and all of it was done at this convention. All right. Give you guys a couple minutes to think about that one. I know that's a big bite. Literally. But I want to give you guys a second to think about it. I do think a lot of you will really like this book. I apologize, Ed, it's in black and white. I know you would like it. But I do think a lot of you would really like this book. Some, like, again, if Lorena, if you're here, or some of those things. But this right here. This is more Brad's art style, a little less cartoony. This is Travis's art style, a little more Hanna-Barbera inspired. Ed, this book, what I will tell you is they're going to do 5 of them, and then they're going to do a trade where it's colored. So when that happens, I will have it, and I will be able to get it to you. All right. Last call on these. Going once. Moving on. That will be available for a while, guys, so just know. TJ, welcome in. I have something you may be into. I don't know if you need them or not, but I have them. So I thought I would offer them for $1 a piece. Airboy, number 28. Inside, Mr. Monster versus the Heap. Airboy 29. Airboy 30. Airboy 31. Airboy 33. And because I ran out of room going that way, I'll put it on the other end. Airboy 34. TJ, I don't know if you know those, if you need those or not, but I know you collect the Eclipse stuff and are into the Eclipse stuff. They're $1 a piece. All right. Like I said, I didn't know if you needed these, if you collected these, what that all was. One just fell behind this desk. All right. Cool. Let's see. What else can we do here? What else do I want to do? Oh, I'm a little out of sorts. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's do this. This is going to be $2. Steve Costoris Stefano Guardiano. You probably know Stefano's You probably know Stefano's art. He's done a bunch of stuff since then. This is one of his early works. This is from Caliber Comics. Harlequin. Not Harley Quinn, Harlequin. Then okay. Some early David Mack. A painted story by David Mack. And art by Billy Tucci, Joe Quesada, Mike Grell, Tony Harris, Cesar, and Buzz. This is Kabuki Color Special. Will be $2. Painted story by David Mack. Kabuki Dreams of the Dead for $2. Another David Mack. This is from when it went to London Nights. Those were the caliber, or we'll do the last couple of calibers here. Kabuki Act 1. That one's $3. And David Mack's Kabuki Gallery for $2. Then once it went to London Nights, this is Kabuki Dance of Death, #1, for $2. Again, this is all early David Mack, who you know from his covers, his painted covers, all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure this is what I think it is before I put it up. The next thing I'm going to show you. Again, all of this was picked up here at the convention. Oh. All right. This is more David Mack, written by, oh man, his name just left my brain. I had it. Gary Francis. Sorry. To introduce it, I'm going to read this old folktale. So this guy goes to the doctor. I'm miserable, he says. The doctor replies, laughter is the best medicine, and you're in luck. Palooza the clown is in town. I saw him last night. He's very funny. He will cheer you up. No, you don't understand, the guy says. I'm Palooza. This is Happy the Clown, #1. By the way, this is totally action horror, but it's that 90s black and white stuff. And Happy the Clown, #2. Okay. I'll do another high price book. By high price, I think fairly reasonably priced. This is published by Albatross Funny Books. It is a Lagoon story. This is Lords of Misery, signed with COA by Eric Powell. $25. You guys want to see another CCA? It's a little bit more pricey. Drawn by Jay Fosgett. It's going really well, TJ. I'm doing a little bit of a sale, just kind of showing you guys some of the stuff I got, letting you have an opportunity at it. So this is a Mars Attacks #1 CCA. This is the Kyle Stark, Chris Schweitzer run. Again, cover drawn by Jay Fosgett. Scully and Mulder, plus the alien from Mars Attacks, whose name escapes me at the moment. Again, done live here at the convention. Comes with COA. 100.5. And just so you know, guys, what I'm doing with the prices on these is I'm charging you what the artist charges for a commission. So I'm not marking them up. If I am, it's only a few bucks because my buddies gave me a deal because I had the blanks. But this is what the artist charged for a commission. Okay. This next book just screams Lorena to me, and I don't think she's here. But it will also be $150, which is what this artist charges for this commission, plus the cost of the book, because this is kind of a more rare blank. This is Rainbow Bright #1 with commission cover art by Kaylin Smith, also $150. Liam's getting a lot better, TJ. I'm glad for him. Like, Liam was very scared to do shows when he first started, and he's getting a lot better. Isn't that just so cool? Like, this is great. This is hysterical. But this is just beautiful. All right. So I'm going to put a hold. I've got some more CCAs that I picked up here at the show, but I'm going to put a hold on those for a while because it seems like maybe that's not the vibe right now, which I'm fine with. You know, you guys know this. I'm not looking to hit you over the head with anything. I'm not looking to really, kill your budgets. So if that's not the vibe, I'm totally down with it. But maybe we try a few bundles. All right, this is from Caliber Comics. No, I'm lying. This is from Kitchen Sink Press. These are the reprints. 4 stories from 1940. The Origin of the Spirit, The Return of Dr. Cobra, The Black Queen, and Voodoo in Manhattan. All 4 books in one bundle. Kitchen Sink Will Eisner, The Spirit reprints. That is regularly $25. We'll do it for $20. The next set is Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. This is 1 through 4 of that run. All new color series. 3 thrilling tales of the Spirit's origin. Will Eisner's The Spirit New Adventures, again by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons from Kitchen Sink. I just love saying this. This next one is just fun for me to say. From Caliber Comics, written by Garth Ennis with art by John McCrae. Garth Ennis and John McCrae's Dicks, which is sort of a 90s detective story. I'm going to move these over just a little bit. And we'll do illustrated by Raulo Correas, published by Avatar Press. This is 1 through 4 of this series. It's a whole 4-shot miniseries. Captain Swing and the Electrical Pirates of Cinderly Island by Warren Ellis. Really intense art in this. It was an insane primer for Hitman. So 20, 20, what did I say on this one? 15 and 20. All right, I have one more set, and I wasn't really going to sell this set, but I will offer it to you guys. It's another Kitchen Sink book. It's 1 through 5 plus the preview book. What up, Murdoch? I am at Cherry Capital Comic Con in Traverse City, Michigan. This is 1 through 5 in the preview of Bernie Wrightson's Captain Stern. Murdoch, if you want to see any of the CCAs or any of the books I've showed already, let me know. I know you just got here, so you wouldn't know. But if you want me to show some other stuff, I can. That is correct, TJ. But that is the kitchen sink, Captain Stir, which is a little bit harder to come by, I'll be honest. I was pretty shocked when I found it. All right. You guys want to switch back to some $1 books? Believe it or not up here, TJ. Mainly just because, again, Dennis Kitchen is regionally local. Like, he's not from up here, but he's regionally local. So a lot of the dealers and stuff here knew him, had dealings with him over the years. You know, a lot of the longtime collectors up here have had direct dealings with Dennis. Make two. Was that far enough? Oh, is there a big glare? And I'll be honest, guys, if you guys pick some stuff up and you're into this kitchen sink stuff, there's a lot more down on the show floor I can go pick up. I'm trying to be conscious of my own budget as well. That's why I'm kind of offering this stuff to you guys now so that I know, hey, if I go buy more, I've got some already sold. So I'm not spending money I don't have. All right. Let's go back to some dollar books. Got some weird stuff, some DC, some Epic, some other weird stuff here in the pile. So if you guys want to see any of these again, or if you're thinking about them, let me know. Oh. All right, this is from November of '93, number 2 in a 4-issue miniseries. Mike Carlin, Dan Jurgens, Brett Breeding. The Origin of the Metal Men. From Chaos Comics. This is a number 1. I'm guessing it came out in '94 or early '95. I just do not remember. This is Lynch Mob. number 1. I have 2 copies of this, $1 a piece. Both of them still have the inside of this book is a Heavy Hitters trading card. Both of them still have it. From Epic Comics, Law Dog number 8. And in a second, I'm going to tell you a story about a disappointing thing that happened this weekend. But first, I'm going to offer up Eternal Warrior number 19 for $1. All of those books are $1. So I have a couple of issues of that are going to go up here in a second. Dynamite Lone Ranger that Dynamite published. Some of the blanks I got in the collection of blanks I got were Dynamite Lone Ranger. I was going to have Travis and Brad, who did the Vampirella Scooby-Doo piece, this one. I was going to have them sketch on the Lone Ranger blank, but as it turns out, it's a glossy blank, and it wouldn't take ink. So they couldn't do it, and I was very disappointed because I thought they would be great at that. All right. Lone Ranger, number 14. That's a Francisco Francavilla variant. Or cover, sorry. This is Lone Ranger Annual 2013. All right, this is a number 1 from Marvel Comics, featuring Chuck Austin, Dr. Arun Gandhi, Bill Jemas, David Mack, Mark Millar, Frank Quietly, David Reese, Tony Salmons, and Phil Winslade. This is 411 number 1 for $1. And number 2 features Tony Harris, Bruce Jones, Darko McCann, Leonard Mako, Sean Phillips, Brian K. Vaughan, and Daniel Zazale. Sorry. 411 number 2. Excuse me. All right. Eternal Warrior 23. Eternal Warrior 24. Eternal Warrior 31. And Eternal Warrior number 4. Newer run, obviously. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. There are 12 books up there right now. If you want to claim them all for $10, you can. I will keep adding to the pile, but the price point stays $10. All right. This is Greg Pak, Eternal Warrior number 3. Superman Doomsday, Hunter Prey, book 1. That's like a $6 book. I have no idea what this is worth, but it's definitely more than $1 and definitely more than you're getting if you buy the whole stack for $10. This is Superman Red Sun number 2. And from CrossGen, Ruse number 6. All for $1. Or again, we're up to 16 books here in the pile for $10. Once I get Ruse to stay where it belongs there. There we go. By the way, Ruse, Ed claims Red Sun. All right, we're at 15 books in the pile. We'll add a 16th just to keep the math square. This is John Workman cover. Features More Than Human, Concrete, Trekker, Doc Abstruse. This is Roma number 6 from Dark Horse presents Roma number 6. All right. From Wildstorm, the back of this has a ad for the Reservoir Dogs video game. I have no idea what this story is. I've never read it, but I really need to probably. This is Red Menace number 1. Eagle testifies before HUAC with Joe McCarthy. This is a Bernard Chang cover. Valiant Reader number 1. From Epic Comics, which at this point was part of Marvel. November 1984. Void Indigo number 1, I Heart LA. And the 20th book, Lost Cause Productions, Spandex Tights, The Lost Issues. Number 4. All right. There are now 20 books in the pile. You can claim the whole pile for $10. That would make them 50 cents a book. All right. Keep going with dollar books. Do you want to see signed turtles? Do you want to bring the CCAs back? It's true. Mr. Nope. All right. I know I said I would go 2 hours, but it seems like maybe I'm not hitting you guys at the right time or in the right mood, which is fair, and I understand that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip. I'm going to go back down to the show. I'm going to pick some more stuff up. Not a lot, but some. And then I will be back tonight. What time tonight? I'm not 100% sure. It might, depending on what Tom Hutchison does. Hold on, let me flip around. No, but TJ, I can look for him, man. So here's the deal. I will be back tonight. I'm not 100% sure what time I will be on. Tom Hutchison is also here at the show with me from Big Dog Inc. He has a show tonight, 10 to midnight on Comic Book Shopping Network. If he decides to do his show, I will be on after him. If he decides not to, I will probably be on earlier than that, where I will show the other CCAs that I've picked up and some more books, hopefully some of the more expensive and rare stuff. Hit your trips, your trigger tonight. Spread the word, guys, about the show tonight. If I can't get on CBSN any earlier than midnight, I may come on here a little bit before that to start showing stuff. But be watching our social media at the EXP places, on all social media for that announcement. If you have any requests, like TJ just said, Innovation Hero Alliance or Hero Alliance adjacent titles, comment them or message the EXP directly, and I will do my best to take a look. I will see you all a little bit later on today. Later.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.